This video will be about house hacking, how to do it, what it is, I guess, and how to house hack to lower your payments and build wealth. You can probably do this to the point where you don't have a mortgage payment if you pick the right property. We picked a property actually after about 5 minutes of searching, and we'll go through it and how it can be house hacked for you. This isn't financial advice. Don't listen to anything I say. If you do, you'll lose all your money, you'll lose your house, you'll lose your roommates, you'll lose everything. Okay, so what is house hacking? House hacking is purchasing a house and then splitting up the rooms into rentals, either with, maybe a spouse possibly. I don't know if that's really house hacking, but you would just rent it out to roommates. You can do this in certain life situations. Today we're going to be covering single family house hacking, not multifamily, duplex up to quadplex. You can do it with those as well. We'll go through the benefits of it, and here you go. So house hacking, you got to consider if it fits your lifestyle. We're talking about single family residential properties. So that would be a house, like 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom, 5-bedroom, whatever. Today we'll look at a 4-bedroom house and how you can hack it up into a couple different roommates and get your mortgage paid for. Does this fit your lifestyle? If you're single, if you don't have a family, it may work for you, or possibly have, a friend or family member move in temporarily if you're in a situation like that and have them pay rent. So think about the rooms available. We're going to pick a 4-bedroom house today, and you're going to be able to rent out as many as 3 of those rooms. I would probably suggest only 2, so that with the current global thing that's going on and all of the sicknesses, there's some extra room in the house, and maybe an office for somebody that works from home, or as a common office for everybody. With the mortgage, it's better than an investment property when you're house hacking, because you don't have to pay investment property rates. You pay owner-occupied rates. We're going to figure this one at 2.75%, which at the end of September 2020 is completely reasonable as long as you put down a decent down payment. Maybe FHA, maybe whatever loan you qualify for, but you should be able to get 2.75%. And tenants will cover how to get tenants, what kind of tenants you might be looking for, and go from there. All right, here's the house. So we have this nice property in Alpharetta, Georgia. I believe that's Alpharetta, not Alpharetta. So Alpharetta, Georgia, it's a nice upscale community suburb of Atlanta. I think it's known as a richer part, in quotations, of Atlanta. And this home is nice sized. It has a large driveway, so you can fit a couple cars in there, probably 6 or 8. We're not going to stuff 8 people into this house. We're probably only going to have 3 different people living in there when we go through the examples, but you can see it's a fairly decent sized house from this picture. It's in decent condition, so probably not a lot of fixing up to do. All right, looking through the pictures, you can see it's open space. Got an upstairs here, top floor. Entranceway's nice, 2-car garage, so at least 2 people can park in there out of 3 that may be living there. Just got to make sure everybody can get out. Consider all of this stuff when you're thinking about splitting this up into different roommates. Yeah, big enough living room for everybody, spread out kitchen, decent size open kitchen, so you can have more than one person in there at a time. Large enough room for a decent sized refrigerator. Yeah, good. So you really don't have to modify this home much to fix it up. Quick story of why we're doing this. My last Uber driver was telling me how he had purchased a $580,000 house and he drove for Uber. And I was like, well, hey, what do you make? Like 50, 60, 70,000 a year there? He's like, yeah, I just barely qualified for the mortgage with my income, but I just rent it out. It's a 5-bedroom house, and I just rent it out to 4 other people. My mortgage is paid for. All the money I get from Uber just pays for whatever's left in my utility portion and food. So, and gas, I guess, because he's driving for Uber, and Uber ain't paying you nothing to fill your gas tank there. And he was like, okay, and he didn't even know what he's doing. He didn't even realize he was house hacking. He didn't realize he's a real estate investor at that point. But the point is, he's building his wealth. He doesn't know it, and he's getting a free place to live because the roommates are paying for it. So yeah, more and more people are doing that way. That's how I actually purchased my first house. I planned on having a roommate moved in. I did, and it was great because most of my mortgage was paid for. And again, at that time, I didn't even realize I was doing it. I didn't even realize I was a real estate investor, but I was, and I still am. And that's been, I don't know, decades or more. Not decades, that's not plural. Yeah, a decade or more. Yeah, it's been a long time ago. Okay, so yeah, just looking through this house while I was chatterboxing on there. Pretty nice big bedroom up here. Whoever gets this one's probably going to pay a little bit more for the rent. The bedroom here, closet. Yep, bathroom. Okay, this house is 4 bed, 3 bath. So reasonably, we could have 3 people living in this house. Everybody has their own bathroom and their own bedroom. That makes it super good and a roommate situation, because then you're not clamoring all over each other, getting in fights over who gets to go put their makeup on in the morning. You know, I don't know if you wear makeup or not. If you're a man or woman, doesn't matter to me. Wear whatever you want on your face. Put a mask on there. It doesn't matter. Okay. Yeah, so with this house, $389,000, if you move in owner-occupied, you can get it for as little as 5% down, probably less, 3.5% on some loans. I wouldn't recommend that. This isn't financial advice again, but we figured this at 10% with a little bit of PMI in there, pushing the interest rate up to 2.75. You put 20% down in this house. If you have that much money in your pocket, you may not need to actually house hack. But if you put 20% down in this house, I'm really confident with good credit, you could get about 2.25% right now with the correct mortgage broker. So anyway, we added about 0.5% for PMI and different things, so it could, hopefully would be an accurate mortgage calculation. So our mortgage calculation is right here. So for the mortgage on this house, it's $1,971 per month. It's 10% down. We put 2.9% as because you're not going to get the best rate because you're only putting 10% down. Put 20% down, probably get 2.25%. So anyway, yeah, 740 credit score. I would hope you have that. You may not. You might. You may not. Property taxes about $300 a month on this place. Homeowner insurance $175, maybe less. Hopefully less. Should be less. Just call around to some insurance agents. I'm sure you can take $25, $50 a month off of that. HOA fees, it's $39, so total payment $19.71 per month. So how do we get our roommates to pay $19.71 per month? Let's check out that house again. So with this, if we're paying $2,000, let's just call it $2,000. Makes the math easier for me, so I don't have to stop. I can just keep on droning on like this as quickly as I can. Okay, so we're going to move 2 people in. So in order for them to pay for our mortgage and all these other things, we need to bill them $1,000 per month. Is that reasonable? You have to consider the area and how many people will be living there. If you're moving in 2 roommates, let's say a normal home is like $3,000 a month. 2 people splitting that would pay $1,500 each. 3 people splitting that would pay $1,000 each. So we went to a rental view of this same area here. And what do you know? The houses are $2,800, $2,300, $1,900, $3,000. Yeah, this one here is about, yeah, this is about the same. Yep, we'll call this one the same. So $2,800 a month. So we can reasonably get, let's say, divided by 3, $900 a person, $950 a person. Say $950 a person, everybody splits utilities. So if you do that, you now have $1,900 you're bringing in on your $1,971 mortgage. Congratulations, you're paying $71 to own a $389,000 house that's in beautiful condition in a great part of the country. This house is likely going to appreciate depending on what happens with real estate in the future here. We don't know if there's a little bubble that's going to go pop or if it's going to keep going up because of actions from the Fed buying up all the mortgage-backed securities and not allowing foreclosures from the government. Okay, so there you go. You can actually get this house and probably have most of it, 90% of it, or 100% of it paid for by your roommates, and then you only pay some utilities. And, let's say you move a 3rd person in there. It is possible. You'll probably be making a couple $100 per month on this place. If you have 3 people living in there plus you, but then you're going to be cramped. It's not going to be as nice. It's kind of up to you if you want to do that, if that fits your lifestyle. Maybe just move people in for 3 months at a time in that 4th bedroom so that you can kind of live a while without having them in there and make some extra money. Okay, back to the slides. So your lifestyle, does that house fit your lifestyle? It fits my lifestyle. I like living in nice places in nice parts of the country. So you can actually rent 2 of those rooms out no problem and probably get most of your mortgage, if not all of it, paid for. Let's say 95% of your mortgage would be paid for. That is pretty good. You're going to end up paying down some principal on that house every month that you pay the mortgage. So you're going to be gaining wealth there at the same time. So even if it costs you $70 a month to live there, you're going to be paying down more than $70 in principal every month. So effectively, it's costing you nothing to live there. For the tenants, okay, people. So on Zillow, we'll go back over to that rental view here. So when Zillow's renting houses, they do whole houses here. I don't know. I don't really think you can switch it over to just rooms. You pretty much got to do Craigslist on that or some other room rental apps or sites. I really hate Craigslist. It's full of scams. You got to be careful of it. Not many people look there. They all look on Zillow. Or more trustworthy sites, because this Craigslist isn't really moderated. It's kind of garbage. And but anyway, I found roommates on Craigslist before. I found friends that needed a room, so I moved them in. So that's how it works. You advertise this house. Just Google places to list rooms and see the reviews of the different services and do it. If one's free, do that. Whatever, you can collect rent in person, so you don't need a rental management software. If you don't know the person, make sure you run a background or credit check on them. Make sure you list that in your ad. And you can pretty much definitely get tenants in most places of the country. It works out fairly simple. There's people out there in whatever life situation they're in. Maybe it's a divorce, maybe they're a college student, a grad student, or whatever, and they need a place to live. They're going to contact you and they're going to say, hey, yeah, I can do $950 a month, or I can do $1,000 a month. Let's make this happen. I'll fill out the paperwork. So then you go ahead and fill out the paperwork and they move in. So once they move in, congratulations, you successfully house hacked. Like I said, there was an Uber driver that purchased a house that was probably much like this one. So by doing that, he's keeping all the money Uber pays him, and he's not having to pay for this house. And if he does that for 30 years, this house becomes his, and all he has to do is pay taxes at that point, and he didn't pay a dime for it in reality. So that's the benefit of house hacking. Going through these things, you should have a better example of what it is, how to do it, and you can really do it anywhere depending on your life situation. We'll do another one with multifamily, duplex, triplex, quadplex, and go through how to actually make that happen. There aren't too many of those properties available right now, so it will be a little longer video to make, as I have to actually find one of the properties to do it with. All right, we'll go back to our original slide. So that is house hacking. Ask any questions down here in the comments, or link anything you think I may have missed. Like the video here, subscribe right over here, and there should be another video right here for you to watch. All right, hey, y'all, take it easy out there. We'll talk to you later.